All right, going live. Awesome. All right, thanks for joining me today, there, ladies and gentlemen. So, after suffering some serious virus for the past 2 weeks, may get a little bit horsey or a little bit coughing here and there, but feeling a little bit better though. Just listen to what the doctor. Stay home, get well, and get better. So that's what I'm doing right now. But anyway, covering the Olympia, and right now it's been. Yeah, so I'm covering the Olympia at the moment, and I'm gonna go live, and I'm going live. So you'll see. Oh man, I could actually talk now. Even though my voice is a little bit horsey and my cough here and there, but right now, everybody's talking about the whole big thing about Big Ramy being dethroned. Okay, being a competitor and a judge. So I give you my professional advice back in the day. So Ramy, Big Ramy, let's just say that he's a mass monster, 100%. You can't take that away from him. But there's a lot of flaws that he's doing in this show right now. Can he do better at the night show? Yes, he can. Because he can improve because your body changes every hour. But don't forget the pre-judging was at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, so your body can change because the chemical. Your body will tend to hold water, and I don't know why they held for so long. That just boggles my mind why they did it at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So your body still should be resting, sleeping at that time. So your body's probably holding water. So knowing his body because he's such an athlete and he's such a mass monster, he can change in a matter of a time, 24 hours. So we'll see how happens at 8 o'clock. So it is exactly 5:09 in the Canadian Ontario area. But Ramy still is Ramy. 2-time Mr. Olympia, first, third. And I still think he can pull it off. If not, then he is going to go. I place him fourth. And it's a toss up between Shuba, Lunsford, Nick Walker. And we'll see what happens after the third and fourth. Right now, I just really care about the third and fourth. First, second, third, and fourth. Derek Lunsford, I like him. Everything about him is good. Coming from 212, going to the Open. The only thing that I lack in is probably because, like I said, it's at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and you're doing the pre-judging. Body was probably still holding water. Your body should be sleeping at that state. So at that point, you still could change in 24 hours. So we'll see how sharp you can get in the night show. So the scorecard is at 50-50. So, howdy. It's between the toss between Hottie and Lunsford. I still like Nick Walker too, so I still think that Nick Walker should be, because Nick Walker is a little bit blocky, but it's still improved. Like every single one is not perfect on the panel at the Mr. Olympia, because there's a lot of flaws in all of them. Because it's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, that also could be a little bit. That right there is why a lot of them are probably holding water. and they're about a little bit washed up, and they're not showing as much as definition. They're a little bit they're not as dry. So let's just say um, Shupa just looks clearer through the eyes going through that. I think Shupa has got all it takes to take over Rami. We'll see how sharp he will get at the night show. Let's see if Rami can get even sharper at the night show as well too. Lunsford, I think his his abdominals was a little bit washed up. Not washed up. It's not as clear evidence. It's not as doesn't pop. His legs are good, but it's still a little bit washed. Like I said, I think he's still holding a little bit more water. So, what really stuck in my mind right now is Hottie, Nick Walker, because Nick Walker's got the blocky chain, but he did trim down in his waist. Derek Lunsford. So I think it's going to be Hottie, Lunsford, Nick Walker, and Rami's going to be dethroned. That's my pick for right now. So I don't know. All I know is that through looking through all the footage and going back and keep looking at that footage, that's where I stand. Shupa, Lunsford, Walker, and Rami. That's what I think is gonna do well. Right now, I'm taking a look at
Ent.T.V for Mr.Olympia and the athletes in the two champs.
I like Rami because I was watching Johnny Fever's channel. To be an ambassador at Olympia, Rami missed that mark. He should have did more. I don't know why, because of his status back in Egypt. That could be stacked against him as well too. That's cause him to that. But there's a lot of things that's stacked against him right now because he's overdeveloped, under in size, but missing his. Like I think it could also change as well too in the next.
You notice who's signing on your face, eh? The boogeyman, right there. You better go at him.
All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. Will Rami get dethroned? I think he can. It can be any given day. It can. So we'll see how sharp he can get later on in the night show. So let's see what this one takes right here. So let's see. Let me see you got. Yeah. So. All right. All right. So prejudging, we'll go with what we got here. Let's go with open first. Okay, Mr. Olympia results 2022 update list of winners for every men's and women's competition. Let's see if I agree and disagree. Sorry, guys, a little bit coughy. Like I said, covering over virus right now. But all right, so the annual Mr. Olympia bodybuilding competition begins on Friday, continuing on to Saturday, when the 2022 Mr. Olympia will be crowned. This day will be held at the Planet Hollywood Resort, Las Vegas. Okay, so it's, where is that? All right. a second. I got a friend of mine who's also an ex-competitive bodybuilder myself. For all the old schoolers, Mr. Mike Dastani. Hopefully he'll join me later on when I go live in the shows, or I'll give him a shout. I'll tell him I'm going to go live because we're going to do a play-by-play on who I think is good. So far, he's giving me his list. So, for Mr. Windsor back in the early 90s, got me into bodying him and big buddy Al. Kudos to those my really good friends. Got me into the whole sport thing, got the bug, and then I became a pretty good competitor myself in the welterweight lightweight division, which is 155 to 165. So, but anyway, here's what I put. Okay, I'm watching some. Here's what I said to my buddy Mike. I'm watching some videos of the Olympia. I think Hadi Shupa and Derek Lunsford close for first and second. Nick Walker third. Big Ramy will be fourth. Unless he sharpens up in the right show, in the night show. He's washed up and very blocky. What do you think? I said, what do you think? So he basically tells me, been watching all the videos as well. The wrap-ups. My eyes kept going to Hadi. Yeah, that's my pick too. I think he has it unless people's condition changes for a night, which is right. Lunsford is awesome. Yes, Ramy is fifth. I place him fourth. I would personally place him sixth. Wow, I'm kidding you. As far as I'm concerned, he looks like okay. Going for Mr. Windsor, I trust his judgment. But now he, for sure, he looks in the. He doesn't look like he looks in person yet. And I'm done hearing about him. I hate him. Hope he retires and goes away. Mark looked good and does Brandon. So I think they'll battle for third. So I put pretty close to mine. Keep an eye on the night show. We'll see how I will do some commentary after that. So I'm beating to the punch right now. So I'm like I said, trying to get over this damn freaking flu, but I'm actually doing pretty good because I can actually talk. But yeah, so let's see what happens without all right, so that's what I said with Mike, buddy Mike. So I'll give him a call later on today, and we'll do some play-by-play and see what I think. But as far as I know, well, will Hadi get dethroned tonight? And depending, let's see how it goes. Depending, your body can change in 24 hours. Like I said, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, your body you should be sleeping, covering, and carving up. And I'm sure they're holding water, like I see, and they're a little bit flushed. All of them. There's some parts with Hadi that eyes do focus on him a lot because of his condition, the way his physique looks, the way how sharp he is, the muscle bellies, the roundness, the definition, everything he's got. Lunsford second. The problem with Lunsford, because it was 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and competing, he should not be competing at that age. I don't know. For being professional and putting up an Olympia, that should be a no-no. Okay, I don't know why they even did that. Okay, so Derek Lunsford, Nick Walker. I do like Nick Walker because he's a mutant, and he's still very young. His waist has come down. He's got those awesome block abdominals, but for some reason, his upper ab near his lower chest is flushed. It just looks weird. From him going from the last year's show, from the Arnolds placing first, that what caught my eye. I said, I like this kid. He's got what it takes to be a champion. And then the Olympia, then he plays fourth last year. Or was it fifth? From Labrada. I'm a Labrada fan because I'm an old schooler. I grew up with Labrada. I tried to emulate Labrada. And his son, Hunter Labrada, didn't even place. So that means to say he missed his mark. I don't see him going any further than 7th or 8th. Andrew Jack, I don't even know. He wasn't in place. I don't even know what he looked like. So he looked like he was kind of flushed up. So and the rest of the other competitors, I don't really follow out there. It's usually the first, second, third I like. Fourth, fifth, sixth is like the cutoff. So, on that note, howdy, Derek Lunsford, Nick Walker, and Big Ramy. Howdy, Lunsford, Walker, Ramy, fourth. That's my prediction. We'll see how that works. We'll see later on tonight to see if Ramy body changes and he becomes more sharper, more drier. And the problem with Ramy, he's got a lot of things going against him now. His back, for instance. His lower back, I don't know. It feels like it just stopped. And then there's the tapers there, and then I don't know what happened. It looks like there's a shell, and we don't know what happened. It seems like the whole muscle atrophied from whatever injury he had. And the 2 indentations from his quadriceps. All right, looks like somebody took a spoon and spooned out his 2 quads. All right, that's another thing stacked against him. His arms are not as big as it was. Shoulders are great. He looked like a little bit blocky. He was holding water. Like I said, putting aside 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning competing at that time, you have to see how that changes in the next 24 hours. So, I'm going to stick to my standing. Adi, Lunsford, Walker, and Big Ramy. And then Big Ramy is going to get dethroned unless his body changes and becomes sharper, drier, and we'll see what happens. I did see one of his Instagram posts of him looking really dry, looking really defined, looking really shredded. But that could be the lighting as well too. It could be the filters on Instagram. Instagram is very tricky because Instagram can. Here's the way it goes: when you're on Instagram and you're gonna put content out like that, don't put any filters because when you come into the show, you go to the show, you don't look like your Instagram post. And that's right there is you are make yourself better than you really are because the lighting can take effect. The filter can make you look even better. And then coming to the show, you're totally off. So, on that note, I don't think there's not as big as a freak factor back in the 90s and where I grew up and where I competed back in the day. Like those were mostly all freak monsters right there. And I definitely agree with that. Lee Priest was my man. I met Lee Priest back in the day, and then I was like, this guy, I love this guy, everything about him. And, I met Palumbo too. I saw Palumbo after I was in Toronto when I competed in Toronto, and I said, this guy's huge. And very blocky, but he's big. Out of all the competitors, for some reason he didn't make pro. I didn't follow him after that, but I saw him in Toronto. I competed in Toronto. And then so let's just put it that note. I'm we'll see what happens. I'm pretty anxious to see what the outcome is going to be. And like I said, I'm getting over a flu right now, and I may cough here and there, and I get a little hoarse here and there, but I got to cover the sport that I love, that I grew up with, and which I did back in the day, and I never thought I would even cover sports like this anymore. But now through social media, everything is so easy access now, and now I'm getting to the game, get back to the swing of things. So it's gonna take me a while to get familiarized with all the new competitors right now, all the newcomers. Like I like C-Bum because everything about him is great for classic physique. Excuse me. Okay, I'm looking through his Instagram post right now. His poise is good. He just looks like a true classic competitor, and everything out of him is good. I do like him. I don't think no one's gonna beat C-Bum right now. He just looks too good, too sharp, too clean. He's done his homework, and uh, Roman is definitely second. He looks phenomenal. But I just think C-Bum has got that muscle maturity. He's got that confidence. Will he make it? Yeah, I think he's still. I'm going to stand with that, and then it's going to be Urs. Those three competitors: C-Bum, Roman, and Urs is my three pick of the first, second, and third. It's just exciting watching. It's just exciting to actually get back to um, sport I grew up with and I loved, and being a competitor as well. And for those who know me who I used to be, or was, like I did 5 years judging as well. So I've got that under my belt. Um, and as a lightweight, welterweight division in the 165 to 155 category, I did very well in my heydays. Um, but now judging is what I love doing because critiquing the bodies, and especially these mass monsters now is it's great because it gives you your 2 cents of who the competitors. I'm usually dead on right on my prediction. I'm never off. Oh, Palumbo said with Robbie, I gotta watch Palumbo because Palumbo just makes me laugh, and I like his show. I watch his show religiously, and like I said, I like him. He's old schooler like me too as well. So there's a picture of Mr.Olympia. I mean, of Derek Lunsford from coming from 212 going to the Open. I think this shot right here. You see that right there? I think he looks phenomenal. I think the lighting was great. He's got a lot of growing to do. Next year, he'll be a force to be reckoned with for sure once he polishes up what his weak points are. I think his abdominals, for some reason, when he hits the abdominal, they seem to be washed up. But like I said, competing at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, the body was probably still holding water. So you probably just, for some reason, your body chemistry should not be uh, active at those hours, those peak hours. Your body's sleeping and growing and constantly changing. But they seem to look really good. He needs to work on his legs. I don't know why they don't emphasis a lot on calves, but he still has a great package. So don't get me wrong, he still looks great. I'm not gonna count because Lunsford, I like the way he is, the way he poises himself. He's just a good competitor. He's an honest competitor. He's love his faith, man. I love it. God number one, my friend, absolutely. And I gotta get into this men physiques Olympia first, man. Like I don't know what's up with the shorts, but like Arnold goes, well, do you like those shorts? I really don't like those shorts. It's kind of like beach wear. These are like beach bodies. I'm not can't cap these guys. These guys look phenomenal. I don't know about the shorts though, but anyway, it's still good. Sean Clarita is my height, and I admire this guy for being that height, being that, and competing with the big boys, and he is forced to go record. So I definitely give him kudos, and I do like it. That guy, everything about him is good, and he deserves to win for the for the 212. So there's Clarita right there. See if I can sharpen. So amazing shape. Once to get familiarized more about the competitors, I'll and the fitness and bodybuilding for women. I just like the way they look. You know, women who look fit is very attractive in and out. But I'll go back to that later on. But right now, I do like where the standing is right now. So, in that note, I'm already at 26 minutes in. Women's physique Olympia prejudging. Okay, so I don't know who this is. It's women's physique. These women look pretty fierce, and I definitely like that as well too. Women should stay like women. Don't go beyond that point, but this one is good. When you start looking like men is where you put a stop, because there's no turning back about that. So, all right. So I'm going to leave it the way it is right now. And thanks for joining me today. So for the commentating for the Olympia 2022, like I said, I'm getting over my throat infection as well as my flu, and feeling a lot better, but not 100%. But I am covering the 2022 Mr. Olympia because in the live feed, and I'll have one of my buddies as well too, do a little bit of commentating, and then we'll go live as well too. So and yeah. Big Grammy right here. There's a lot of shots of Big Grammy because of the lighting, and we'll see how sharp you get later on tonight. I really don't think Ramy's gonna win. I think he's gonna get dethroned today, and I think he's gonna place fourth. You got Hardy, Lunsford, Walker, and then Ramy. And the rest of the other two will follow. Six, yeah. And we'll go from there. I'm going to stick to where I got feeling on that, and that's where I'm going to stay. And we'll see how it goes. But right now, like I said, when I'm, but we also don't know what the judges are looking for as well too. So as a former judge, that's what I would look at. But the problem with your judging, you get the head judge that will overrule all of us. So, but if I judge something, if I put a mark in whatever I think that needs to be proved, or that's a flaw that I think that's not, he's not looking up to par, the head judge overrules everybody. So, just saying, that's how it works. From being a judge back in the day as well too. So, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to leave it the way it is. And in the next couple of hours, I'm going to do a live feed with my buddy, and we'll do a rundown of who's going to win the Mr. Olympia. Like I said, Audi, Lunsford, Walker, and Big Ramy. We'll see how that goes. Okay, guys? Bye for now. We'll see you in the live feed.